Faithfulness is the quality of being loyal, trustworthy, and reliable. Now, one thing about having a relationship, you don't want to be in relationship with anybody flaky. And I don't care what type of relationship you have, if it's a marriage, a boyfriend, girlfriend, you just dating, you don't want to date nobody flaky. If you're working, you don't want to have a flaky boss or a flaky employee, one you just can't trust or rely on. No matter what the relationship is, you want that person to be faithful to whatever the purpose of your relationship is. Biblically, faithfulness reflects on God's character. So when we are faithful to God, then people would see that fruit in us, and then they would know that we will be faithful to natural relationships as well. One thing I like about God is He teaches us a lot of things, a lot of spiritual things, by showing us natural things, because sometimes it may not be as easy for us to understand things in the spirit, but we can relate when we have to go through things in the natural. So the being faithful, being produced in us, then in other relationships, then we can definitely be faithful to God as well, because we know what that looks like, especially when we deal with a person who's not so faithful to us. Then we're like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to treat people like that. So we're learning what this fruit is by experiencing the opposite. So when faithfulness is being produced in us, we're gonna experience unfaithful situations to help us understand what this fruit is supposed to look like, because we learn from the things that we suffer. Also, when we're faithful, it mirrors God's dependability and truth in our relationships, our work relationships, and spiritual lives. So yes, so it's a mirror. So everything we do is a mirror to God, especially when we're claiming Christ, especially when we're claiming we're children of God. If you're a child of God, then you should be looking like Him. You should be acting like Him. You should be moving like Him in all situations. And this is why the Holy Spirit is now helping us by producing these fruits in us so we can look more like Christ.